My name is Rowan McStay, they, them, and I was the songwriter for See You in Hell, and also in the cast I played Hound/Copper. See You in Hell is a song that I wrote for the actual play Last Train to Brooklyn with Twice World Tales. You can hear it at the end, but I wrote it as sort of a in summation kind of song, an end credits song basically for this specific story. And it is a song that is written from the perspective of one band member about the other three as individuals and about them as a collective and their collective relationship. I write a lot of people, like I write about people a lot and I write about other people a lot. And so there's something kind of inherently unfair to that, because anytime you write people, you're writing them through your perspective. And I, Rowan, try to be fair-ish. Even though it's subjective, I try to be fair in my writing of other people. But I think writing as Hound unburdened me from that responsibility. And so what I wanted to do, because this was always meant to be a song about the four characters in this show, I wanted all four characters to show up in a certain way, but I also wanted to keep it to like a 3-verse or 2-verse and a bridge type song. And so what I landed on was I'm going to write a song as Hound, filtering the whole song through Hound's perspective about everyone else and how they would look at each of these other characters and how they would write for them and how they would write like petty little dialogue for each of them. And so I think the interplay was one of me removing this filter of fairness from my own songwriting to just sort of write through someone else's eyes what they would be. And of course there's still a little bit of me in there because there has to be, but I tried to take up Hound's perspective as much as possible and think okay, well, if Hound wrote like I write about other people, but didn't really care about doing those people any favors, what would they say? I'm very about the Stephen Sondheim content dictates form thing. So the fact that it was going to take place on a train where people were selling their souls to the devil, that was immediately, there's so much inherent Americana about that. So it needed to be within the genres of Americana. And American music. And so I think I personally write a lot of country and folk, and that tends to be my sensibilities musically generally. So I knew that I wanted it to sort of sound like that. And because I think I wanted this to be a song about characters, I drew on people who write characters, Joni Mitchell, Jason Isbell, Dolly Parton, Kaya Cater, these people that write really good, interesting people. Usually when I write, I start with an idea or a little bit of melody or a lyric that I really like, or I think that I want to write about one thing, and then I start writing it, and 9 times out of 10 it comes out completely about something else. And this was a commission and it was about a specific thing, and it had to be about a specific thing. And so I really needed to build a lot of scaffolding for it to begin with, to say okay, I have to write a song about this, but I don't want it to be limiting. So what's the scaffolding? And then I can be creative around it. And so that's why I decided this is gonna be character focused. It's going to highlight each of the characters in individual moments. It's gonna be through Hound's perspective. And then the final kind of thing that helped solidify the shape of the song was the title, See You in Hell, which is inherently a very petty thing. And I wanted to have the pettiness in the title contrast with the fact that the singer, the writer, is being sincere and is you're not going to heaven. I promise you that, because you suck. But neither am I, and that's good because I want to be with you. And so I wanted to have the song have a feeling of this petty camaraderie that kind of permeated the entire story, that had a lot of heart in it. So yeah, it was almost like a backwards engineering of what I usually do, which is start small and then go big. I almost started with scaffolding and then filled in the details. Mostly I am a producer and actor on Mage Hand High 5. We're currently doing a gritty fantasy anti-capitalist western called The Badlands, and we do a bunch of other stuff as well. We are a podcast, so no video, but check me out on Mage Hand High 5. As a musician, as a songwriter, I haven't put a lot of stuff out there yet, but hopefully soon I'll be releasing some stuff that can be heard in other places.